Yeah, I don't know. I play video games. I'm playing Halo 3 online, and I don't get away from the toxicity. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be called a stupid, dumbass cunt, especially if I'm not in the mood to hear it. Especially if I'm not in the fucking mood to hear it. You know, please please shut up and fuck off with that crap. Because I can't stand that crap. I can't stand that crap sometimes. Yeah. I have been there too. Yeah, I've been there too. Kind of interesting to look back on that period, to look back on the experiences that I've had with people. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, it made me want to go back to PC gaming, to playing those older video games where people weren't douches. Yeah. You know, that's the funny part. People take this stuff seriously. It's a fucking video game, bro. You know, why so serious? Put a smile on that face. It's a video game. You know, I mean, why be a loser? You know, that's what a loser does. A loser takes something as superficial as a video game seriously. That's what a loser looks like. That's what a loser sounds like. You know, hate to use words that put people down, but that people say put people down. People allow these words to put them down. There's a difference. Words don't put you down necessarily. You allow it to. You allow it to. The only real reason to get annoyed by people using words like that, very funny, because I'm talking about how ruins my experience. And yet the answer to the ex-bro, douchebag, the real stupid dumbass cunt, yeah, I know some people are going to criticize me, but I'm just repeating what the guy said to me. Throwing the criticism back at the guy. And I might have this audio clip somewhere. Yep. Just got done doing a meme. I should have it on my hard drive. In their YouTube archive. Like, oh yeah. Those are from a long time ago when I had an old HP. My, let's go here, compiled, other. And I should have the video, you know, in here. Because if it's probably not in here. Because I might have deleted it. Because, yeah, me being the kind of guy that finds stuff like that to be pretty superficial stuff to just care about. Yeah, I did keep it cool. And I just want to play this. Yeah. This wasn't even worth it. And this is I ruin everything. I'm an asshole. I ruin everything. Lol. No. I mean, this guy shouldn't have affected me, or should not affect anyone, but yeah. You know, I think the real problem is us ourselves and how we choose to deal with these things. And how we choose to deal with these things. Yeah, that's what my username used to be back then. Yeah. And it was over this stupid game. Get my armor. Really epic armor.
Slayer. Gain the lead.
This I ruin everything dude kept on basically telling me to just hide away and not play the fucking game. Well, fuck you! You don't get to tell me how I can play, what I can and cannot do in the game. Go fuck yourself and go shove a fucking grenade up your asshole. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, because you don't get the right to tell me how to play the game, when to play the game. I'm playing the fucking game because I want to just play the fucking game. You don't like it, just leave the fucking game and go fuck yourself. You know, that was my attitude back then when I was, and this guy kept on telling me, don't play the... Please hide away. Please hide away. Please hide away. Like the game is so important. Like this is more important than getting a fucking job, asshole. Like this is more important than getting a fucking job, asshole. I bet you this dude that you're gonna hear after the video has no job. I bet you he sits at home with his fucking, in his mother's fucking basement. What a fucking loser. You know, I get the right to shit on him because he got eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, bitch. You know, if I was back then when I was a Christian, when this happened, when this incident happened. That was the law of the land. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, motherfucker. Togafi the fool. I mean, that was another word that that they used. That people have used in the Xbox Live chat. I mean, and this was like the only time I'd ever encountered these assholes. I know some people would say, "Oh, you're angry." Well, I'm also probably speaking it loud so that way it comes through the mic clearly. It's kind of hard to do that. I haven't quite gotten the hang of this. So I'm trying to speak as clearly as possible so that way you can hear my voice. And this was just stupid, man. This is hilarious. And it's like one of the only few old videos of old Halo 3 that I have left. I have pictures from like... I have pictures from a long time ago. I have pictures from a long time ago. And... kind of seeing the footage here just reminds me a lot of the game. Of just playing this online, and it was a pretty fun experience. It was a pretty fun game. Yeah, I played this back in 2004. Started playing this game in 2010, right around the time Halo Reach released, and I felt, yeah, they're probably gonna shut down the servers eventually. I'm surprised they haven't done it. They haven't done it sooner. Because, you know, the Master Chief Collection is in a state of playability, is in a much better state of playability than it was. And to me, the Master Chief Collection was much better way to play this anyway. You know, the other players weren't being assholes in this. The other players were actually being quite respectful. That I ruin everything guy, which is a good name for asshole. A good name for asshole. Was very much one of the reasons why I was not in a good mood. I was not in a good mood when I went to bed, and I was not in a good mood when I got up. I was just like very angry by the experience. I was very angry by the experience of hearing this dickhead, dickhead ex-bro loser, lives in his mother's basement, has no job, fat ass. See, I can do it too. And you know, the funny thing is that I'm saying these things on this channel over a thing which happened, I don't know, 6 fucking years ago? 7? You know, it's very funny. People hold on. I've long since forgotten it. I've long since moved on from this. I'm just saying the angry things here to kind of illustrate how I felt back then. How I felt back then to hear some douchebag. Like, I was just like, I didn't care. You talk to people like that. Like, you don't talk to people like that in a video game, dude. I had enough feelings. I had, but some would probably call me a special snowflake. Special snowflake. You get offended at everything. See, that's basically the attitudes of people back then. Why don't you go back to your safe space? Well, why don't you learn some fucking manners, dipshit? Why don't you learn some fucking manners, dipshit? And probably do us a big favor and yo, shut the fuck up, bitch! Yo, Togafian fool! Shut the fuck up, bitch! Well, this is the sort of attitude that I had back then. You know, this was the attitude I had back then to people like this that you're about to hear. Because, you know, people like this just, like, really. I'm not the only one who has had this who has had this sort of feeling. Like I only talk this way with friends. I only talk this way with very close friends, and I don't. And I only make those sort of jokes with very close friends. Like, yeah, I joke about the G-Man CBT meme with people like Bradis2 that I've known for a very long time. Like, me and Bradis2 are probably only... And other people are probably the people I would probably use this language with. But I don't do it in such an asshole way. It's just part of the fun. It's part of the fun of the game. Part of the fun of the game for us. It's kind of like those telegram operators on those boats, on like the ocean liners, like the Californian and Titanic. It was normal for them to talk rudely amongst themselves. Like, I don't really necessarily like hearing this kind of crap in an Xbox live matchmaking session. This little weird. It's not as weird in like a party match, like where it's all a bunch of us. And see, I'm actually trying to do what he's telling me to do, but is that fun? Is that fair? Is that fair? See, I'm gonna die anyway. The little Togafian fool. See, it doesn't matter. You're gonna freaking die. So, might as well just play the game. Might as well lose at the game. Might as well learn to not take the game seriously, dumbass. You know, this is the whole world. This world that this is kind of crap that I had to put up with back then. Yep, I got Halo 4. And this happened right around 5 a.m. Which is a weird time to be playing video games. 2014.
You stupid motherfucker. I told you just go fucking hide or something, you dumbass.
Yeah, you think I'm gonna be able to fucking do anything? Dipshit, cocksucker. I want to use a certain derogatory F word. I want to use a certain derogatory F word right now, but I'm sure YouTube wouldn't like me, and I'm sure many people wouldn't like me. I'm sure my family wouldn't like me using that word. I'm almost tempted to throw that stupid word out. At that time, that's the sort of thing that was going through my head. Back then, I was a lot less, nasty. Since then, I've become the very thing that this a-hole has been. Kind of nasty. I mean, it's the darkness. It's what happens when you're surrounded by negativity all the time. Makes it dark, man. Makes it dark. It's not good for the heart.
Fucker. I told you just go fucking hide or something, you dumbass.
Well, fuck you too.
You're a fucking dumbass. You know that, right?
No, you're a cocksucker. No, you're a fucking cocksucker, dude. You know, back in my day, I hate to sound like a boomer, but back in my day, we didn't talk to our fellow gamers like a bunch of rude punks. we didn't talk up to our fellow gamers in an online match. Like a bunch of rude punks. Yeah, because back in my day, we had a lot of respect for people. Back in my day, we did not talk to people like assholes. And if we did, we probably did it with our friends. You know, this sort of, yeah, this is kind of like the funniest part about like looking back at this time period. Looking back at this time period, seeing this dude and hearing this dickhead, dipshit, Togafian fool, a certain derogatory F word would have been the word, one of the words I would have also thrown at this guy back then. You know, everyone did it. Almost everyone did it on Xbox Live. I was one of the few that probably didn't talk like this, but was nonetheless kind of influenced by this culture, and over time I just loosened up and became too loose, and then I've come to the realization that I probably should tighten up again. Tighten up a little bit more. Not be uptight. Not be an uptight, moralistic asshole, but be uptight. Not be an uptight, i.e., a moralistic asshole, but be nice, straight looking, sharp, wearing a suit and tie gentleman. Because, you know, I'm like, really, dude, it's a game. Get over it. It's a fucking video game. I mean, I don't know what to call this guy. I call him a troll. Because, you know, I knew it was trolling back then. But then again, this guy doesn't sound like he's trolling. It sounds like he's just like, I'm all angry all the time. I think winning at video games will make me... If I win at this video game, I'll be a successful human in society. Yeah, the types, as I said, the types that live in their mother's basements. You know, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I keep on repeating myself, but, you know.
I tell you to go hide, you stupid cunt.
Yeah. And I guess people can't play video games. You know, people play video games to get away from you, to get away from people. And that's not enough. That is not enough to ask for that. And the funny thing is that I probably become the very thing... Anakin Skywalker syndrome. I've become the very thing that I swore not to become. And this is a repeating thing with me. It's actually a normal thing which happens to a lot of people in life. You know, it happens to a lot of people. If you become so fixated on social justice warriors and fascism and all this other crap, you'll become a fascist yourself. You know, that's just... You know, that's another dirty word. Fascist. That's another dirty word in today's vernacular. Fascist. You know, you know, that's another one of those dirty words. I mean, that was a common word. That was a common word a long time ago. That was a word that wasn't as offensive anymore. That probably wasn't as offensive. It was like, yeah, so what? And nowadays people are offended by little things. By little things. I've come to just say whatever, man. You know, I think it was Kenneth Wheeler that was talking about don't be perturbed by this crap. Don't be perturbed by this crap. Because it's crap, it's meaningless, it's stupid, and dare I say retarded. It's another word that people don't like to hear. It's another one of those words. Retarded. And yet and yes, this is like, yeah, I know what that's like. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. The anger you hear in my voice just talking about this. Just talking about how this stuff affected me at the time. How I felt back then. I was just like, I didn't feel good. And you know what? I'm not playing online games because I don't want to hear this trash. I don't want to hear this trash from people. This is real trash talking. This is what real trash talking is. And I don't care if people call me a snowflake. I bet you your boss, if your boss heard you talk like that to someone, they'd have a different view of you. They would have a bloody different view of you. They would think, like, they wouldn't know who you really were. And trust, and yeah, I wouldn't know either. Like, this is just ridiculous. That it's kind of two-faced. It kind of seems two-faced, even. I don't know if two-faced is the right way to describe this, but it just seems double standard. Or double standard. I don't know if that's right either. But it just doesn't seem very it just seems weird. Sort of feeling that some people have had. I just don't care. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't ask, don't tell. It's a very good policy. Don't ask, don't tell. I don't need to know what your sexuality is. I just need to know if you can do the job or not. If you're capable of doing the job, then you're capable of doing the job. Don't ask, don't tell. Please don't tell me you're gay. I don't need to know that. I shouldn't know that, because that should be private. That's the kind of stuff that can be used against you when a fascist regime takes over. They'll gather up all the gays or something. You never know. You want to keep that personal information, your faith, your religious beliefs, your associations. You want to keep that as private as possible. Because that stuff can be used against you.
I tell you to go hide, you stupid cunt. No, you're just fucking stupid, asshole.
No, you're the retard. You're the one. You're the one basically. You're the one basically berating people over a fucking video game. I'm not the retard here, cocksucker. I'm not the retard cocksucker, you're the one. Like like this, let this be a lesson to people on the internet. Do not take what people say on the internet way too seriously. Because this is because people like this are losers. They live in their mother's basement. They have no job. They think that winning at a video game will bring them success. And I just don't care. Don't allow the words of some guy who lives in his mother's basement to ruin your fun, to ruin the game. Don't let someone ruin the fun. Because such people like this at the end of the day, aren't worth worrying about. They aren't worth thinking about. At the end of the day, it's stuff that doesn't really matter.